A juggalo, feminine juggalette or juggala in Spanish, is a fan of the group Insane Clown Posse or any other Psychopathic Records hip-hop group. Juggalos have developed their own idioms, slang, and characteristics. The Gathering of the Juggalos, alternatively known as just The Gathering, is a notable annual festival held by Juggalos and the artists that they support, which have included rap stars such as Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube, and MC Hammer. Over its first 11 events, the festival had an average attendance of about 10,000 fans, with a peak of 20,000 in 2010. History. The term originated during a 1994 live performance by Insane Clown Posse. During the song The Juggler, Violent J addressed the audience as Juggalos, and the positive response resulted in Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope using the word thereafter to refer to themselves and their friends, family, and fans, including other Psychopathic Records artists. The fanbase boomed following the release of their third album, Riddlebox, in 1995, leading Insane Clown Posse to write the songs What is a Juggalo and Down with the Clown for their 1997 album, The Great Milenko. Characteristics. According to Shaggy 2 Dope, Juggalos come from all walks of life, from poverty, from rich, from all religions, all colors. It doesn't matter if you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth or a crack rock in your mouth. Juggalos have compared themselves to a family. Common characteristics of identifying a member of the Juggalo subculture are as follows: drinking and spraying the inexpensive soft drink Faygo, listening to horrorcore and other types of underground rap music, wearing face paint, generally those either like an evil clown or perhaps similar to corpse paint, wearing hatchet gear, having the Hatchet Men logo applied on personal effects and die-cast worn as jewelry. Doing hair in the spider leg style, i.e. like the Twisted members, displaying the gesture of Wicked Clown, the West Side sign with the left hand, and the C sign in ASL with the right, with arms crossed over. Making and responding to whoop whoop calls, expressing a generally tongue-in-cheek obsession with murder committed with a blade weapon. Juggalos view the lyrics of Psychopathic Records artists, which are often violent in nature, as catharsis for aggression. Many characteristics of the Juggalo culture originated in the 1980s when Joseph Bruce, Violent J, and his family were living in poverty. He and his brother Robert received all their clothes from rummage sales, and their food from canned food drives held at their own school. Due to their poverty, the Bruce brothers were the brunt of many jokes in school. However, the brothers were not ashamed of their living standards and instead embraced it. Joe even made a name for themselves, Floobs. According to Joe, a floob was essentially a scrub, but not just an ordinary scrub. A floob wore the same old shoes and shitty clothes from rummage sales, but didn't even have to be cool. Floobs turned their scrubbiness into something they could be proud of. Though Joe only specifically names himself and his brother as Floobs, he alludes to other Floobs whom he had not met or known of, but were living in the same conditions as he and his brother. The respect that Floobs had for each other and their family-like embrace of likewise people influenced the philosophy held among Juggalos. Charities, benefits, and community activity of Juggalos. The Dead Stephanie Memorial Cleanup. Since 2008, Florida Juggalos organized the Juggalo Cleanup Crew to pick up trash for the Dead Stephanie Memorial Cleanup, in honor of Stephanie Harris, a high school student who died of diabetes in 2008. Hatchet House and Community Outreach. In Buffalo, New York, a group of Juggalos formed the Juggalos Outreach Program and started cleaning up Buffalo's East Side. In addition to the community cleanup, they run Hatchet House, which operates as a 24/7 helpline, referring community members in crises to services and serves as a base of operations for volunteer work and community service programs. Juggalos Making a Difference. Juggalos in Denver, Colorado founded the charity Juggalos Making a Difference. Juggalo Gangs. Although the Juggalo culture stems from the horrorcore subgenre of general hip-hop music fandom, criminal and gang-related activity has been attributed to self-described Juggalos in recent years, including assaults, drug trafficking, vandalism, burglary, shootings, theft, robbery, and numerous murders. Interaction between violent and non-violent Juggalos. According to a 2011 National Gang Intelligence Center report, the Juggalo subculture is split between violent and non-violent factions. Some members of the Juggalo street gang even look down on non-criminal Juggalos, considering them to be weak. and criminal Juggalo gangs have committed attacks on non-gang-related Juggalos. Both Juggalo gang affiliates and non-violent Juggalos believe in the Juggalo family. However, some non-violent Juggalos do not believe that any gang-related activity should be associated with the Juggalo lifestyle. Public and artist reactions. The Insane Clown Posse filed a lawsuit against the FBI about the gang listing. In December 2012, ICP agreed to withdraw their involvement as plaintiffs. Psychopathic Records launched the website juggalosfightback.com for fans to submit stories about unfair treatment by law enforcement. ICP hopes to use these stories in their legal battle to declassify Juggalos as a gang. The classification of Juggalos as a criminal gang was ridiculed by the technology magazine Wired in a November 2011 article, with journalist Spencer Ackerman referring to previous scandals involving FBI harassment of Muslim Americans. On January 8, 2014, Insane Clown Posse, along with the American Civil Liberties Union of Michigan, filed suit against the FBI. The suit aims to have Juggalos no longer considered to be a gang and to have any criminal intelligence information about Juggalos destroyed. Gathering of the Juggalos. The Gathering of the Juggalos is an annual event put on by Psychopathic Records, featuring performances by the entire label as well as numerous well-known musical groups and underground artists. It was founded by Robert Bruce, Insane Clown Posse, and their label in 2000. The Gathering has featured bands of a variety of genres within hip-hop and rock, though the majority of the acts perform horrorcore and hardcore hip-hop, similar to that of Psychopathic Records artists. Described by Joseph Bruce as a Juggalo Woodstock, the Gathering of the Juggalos spans 4 days and includes concerts, wrestling, games, contests, autograph sessions, karaoke, and seminars with artists. Over its first 11 events, the festival has drawn an attendance of about 107,500 fans. In July 2012, the media organization Vice released American Juggalo, a 20-minute film documenting the festival through their subsidiary music channel Noisy. Sean Dunn directed the work. On August 9, 2013, 24-year-old Corey Collins died at the festival, following 3 more deaths at previous festivals. Juggalo Day. In 2012, Shaggy and Violent J created the annual Juggalo Day, a yearly event to thank and celebrate its fans. 2013 started the album shows, playing a Joker card album from front to back. 2013 was the Riddlebox Show in Detroit. 2014 was the Great Malenko Show in Columbus, Ohio. 2015 had the free concert called Take Me Home at the Detroit Masonic Temple in Popular Media. Psychopathic Records launched the professional wrestling company Juggalo Championship Wrestling in 1999. In 2009, Psychopathic Video filmed a documentary about Juggalos entitled A Family Underground. Mainstream media has also made references to the Juggalo subculture. In 2009, television sketch comedy Saturday Night Live began a reoccurring series of sketches about the Kick Spit Underground Rock Festival, which parodies Juggalos and the Gathering of the Juggalos. The following year, the television show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia featured a Juggalo character in the episode, Dee Reynolds, Shaping America's Youth. In 2011, the television show Workaholics aired an episode called Straight Up Juggahos that revolved around Juggalos and an Insane Clown Posse concert. Later that year, an independent documentary entitled American Juggalo was released. Gathering Prey, the 2015 crime novel in the Lucas Davenport series by John Sanford, features a villain named Pilot who, with his disciples, are Juggalos. Much of the book takes place at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Several celebrities and other well-known figures have identified themselves as Juggalos. These include actors Kane Hodder and Charlie Sheen, professional wrestlers Kazushige Nosawa, Vampiro, Colt Cabana, and Willie Mack, and rappers Chuck D, Coolio, Kung Fu Vampire, Murs, MC Lars, and Vanilla Ice.